First time lugging Vic. Anyway, that's how I see Rockhampton race 7. I am considering making Sundara best 5. Just tossing up whether I have enough advantage or not. They will be released. 2 more still. Sundara will not be going on to best 5. We sit at 1 at the moment. 2 others confirmed. They will be released. 2 more still to come after that as well. The $11 about the reasoning for Sundara not going on to best 5 is I'm very concerned about Sir Grace getting a soft lead in the race or something like a soft lead. And if it does, it's going to be hard to run down. As I said in the earlier preview, the $11 about Sir Grace is wrong. That's why we back both of them in the race, all right? I don't take that risk and Sundara misses by half a length or a quarter of a length with a margin to third, you know? Right, Pakenham race 7 win bets have been added to, and Pakenham race 3 win bets have been added to Live Trader. I understand the upside that Melbourne guys found in Under My Thumb, but I'm going to say one thing. There's 3 other horses in here who could be pretty smart as well. I've watched all the jump outs, everything. Fuck, it's a deep race. I'll say that firstly. Watching Over Us, sat deep. It's very good trial win. Latest by Cable Bay out of the Monday Blur mare. Good speed, bottom half, second, third dam. Like, it stacks up visually. It's good. You have to respect it. I can't fault it. I can't fault the form out of it. The 7 Dreams resumes from a spell for the Kent Yard. Like, by Written Tycoon out of a Snitzel mare, a good Snitzel mare, Paris Lights from a good family. The run I'm going to go on is the second to Balachi over 800. Back on the 7th of October in a jump out prior to debut. Ran 4th on debut. That run can be forgiven for numerous different reasons. Put away, come back, soft trial third to 2 smart types, just like Gabby Parliamentary. Yeah, like, it's got heaps of scope and it's well bred. And that trial behind Balachi, the jump out, was really good. Really, really, really good. And then Eastwatch, like, I looked at this horse and I thought it's by John Snow. Like, that's a pedigree that says 1400 to 2000, especially being out of a Dennis Singer mare. Out of a Dennis Singer mare. And then I went and watched the latest jump out when it beat Loyalty Reigns and Press Code over 650 at Cranbourne. It sat 8 deep, 7 deep, outside 4 other leaders. The other leaders were pushed out. One came at it. It was untouched through the line. The jockey sat low on it, but 650 metre jump out, to do that to those, like, they've got this horse going really good. And it showed ability when it was third to Fiorine at its second career start back in June. So maybe it's come on in leaps and bounds. I've got to trust the eye. But I think these 3 can potentially overturn the 210 favourite. They occupy 12, 10, 8, 30% of the market. We're getting 3.3 combined about these ones versus 210 favourite. I've got to trust the eye and go that direction where the value. I just want to see what the market. I'm still tossing up adding a place bet for Pakenham race 3. I just want to see what the market does next 20 minutes around the 3 that I've got on the win side of the fence. I just want to have a closer look at the pace scenario and see the way it sets up best for which one. That's the way I'll most likely go on the place angle. Boyfriend Material has been added as the second of the best 5 for the day. Still more to come. Got the rest of Pakenham to go. Scone has been, not Scone, Ascot's been abandoned. Didn't realise. Sorry about that. Okay, regarding Boyfriend Material, second leg of the best 5 in Rockhampton race 8. Look, this horse was highly impressive last start. By Toronado out of the Spinning World mare. Went 1,300 metres. Third start this area after shipping north. Good 4th at Mackay on debut this area. Only beaten 1.5. 1,200 on a heavy track, second up. Excuses, beaten 1.8. Last start, 1,300 here. Just looked clearly superior. Had it won a long way from home. Goes from 56.5 to 59.5. But what I'm going on is the way it sprinted and the way it put them away. It'll get the extra 100, no doubt, on breeding. And I don't think that the 3 kilo rise is going to be that much of a difference. considering how easily it put them away. The turn of foot it showed was, well above this level. And the action was really good too. And they're two really important things. So I think it wins. And the 2.90 is big over. So I think it should be 2.2. It's the best bet today so far. I've gone the way that the eye tells me to go. And that's Sacrifice and Court Emily. I think Wandering Spirit is a false favourite at the 2.9, the number 9, and I'll tell you why in a second, once I get down to it. Not that I've forgotten. Yeah, just that last start third, closed off all right behind Longford and Hey Bro Unga. Hey Bro Unga was a yardstick, even though it's stretching out in trip, and it's out of Tully Thunder, Group 1 horse, by Thunder Gulch, by Ribchester, this one. I just don't see it improving that much as initially when I looked at the 11 games. Games' second to emphasise last start was good, but then I queried its ability to get a 2,000 strong when I looked at the pace scenario versus the likes of the 7 Sacrifice, who's by Justify out of the High Chaparral Group 1 winner Sacred Eye. Stretches out to 2,000 metres now, get a soft trip on the front somewhere, and after that soft trip, they're going to find it hard to run down. Expect a big new peak, blinkers off first time for the Neesham Yard. That's the first one we want to be on. And the other one that's hard to deny is the number 1, Courting Emily. Like, this is a lovely European pedigree by Intello, who's a great German sire. His son Galileo, Inchinor, the Dam sire, injects speed bottom half if that's needed in deep stretch to run away from him. The way it nearly chased down Gunboat on debut with Sounds of Jura just behind it in third. Big margin to fourth, 1,500 at Bendigo. Says we're looking at a good horse. Breeding says it. Put a line through the last start run when it was 5th and 9 as a 1.5 favourite. And it is in this up to its ears out to 2,000. It'll be the one closing over the top. And I wouldn't be surprised if it wins with a bit in hand. All right, so they're the two. I think they have it between them. Sacrifice, Courting Emily. All right, Pakenham race 5. Got it down to a race of 3 scene chances, which are the 10, the favourite, Ginger Sweet, 3.80, the 5, Cotton Tree, 4.6, and the 12, Suntora, 5.5. I've lent the way of Suntora on top at the 5.5. I think it's on par with Cotton Tree, and they have half a length on Ginger Sweet. Suntora, I think, has slightly more upside, and the form is slightly less questionable coming in. Cotton Tree comes through an 8th in town last start, drops back in class, but stretches out in trip, while Suntora's last start win was it was very good. The way it put them away, the Toronado 3-year-old filly, bottom half of the pedigree's all a New Zealand staying family. Everything adds up that this horse is going to hit a new peak going from the 1,600 last start at Hamilton that it won over out to 2,000 now. Craig Williams is on 55 kg, drops a kg. The new peak's, it's screaming out for it. The way it won last start's well treated here, and it should be winning again. 5, Cotton Tree's a danger. That's a logical one. Lightly raced by Seamus Ward out of an Encosta Lago mare from a good stout family. The second, A Lady in Pink at Flemington back on the 8th of June when it flashed big pars late against the pace bias. With Burlington in third, they put a margin on 4th or a margin on 5th from memory. That franked the Warrnambool 1,700 metre win 2 starts earlier on May 1. First up this prep was very good behind Western Front, doing its best work through the line over 1,700. Went to 1,800, second up, stronger. Flemington failed, put a line through it. Was 4.6 to 5 that day, third up, 2,000 metres. Mick Price, Michael Kent Jr., they're not coming here for a fucking holiday. All right, so they're the 2 punters. And the other thing, Cotton Tree's favour, it's got an adaptable speed profile as well. Okay, all right. But those two should be fighting it out, Suntora and Cotton Tree.